In my 20s, I worked on Wall Street as a headhunter. I definitely burnt out. We had a very hardcore company culture and we just worked all the time. You're going to a lot of meetings, you're working late nights meeting people, you're going to dinners, and this was back, I left the business in 2009. Things were crazy. This was the heyday of all of it. It was a very, 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 very intense lifestyle. And I quit my career in a very abrupt manner after meeting an enlightened master in Bali in 2009. Just basically saw that I had created this entire life and career on the idea that I wanted to please my dad or my boss. I ultimately was like, what am I doing? It was almost like somebody pulled the card out of the huge house of cards and they pulled the bottom card. And it was like my whole life just went poof. After this week in Bali, I went back to Hong Kong and I called my boss in New York and I was like, dude, I'm done. And he was like, done with what? And I was like, done. I was about to be made partner. I was a top performer in the firm globally. I was so good at this job and people just could not understand what was happening. They were just like, why are you leaving this? This is your career. You have built this for 10 years. Why would you do this? And I said, I just can't. I said, it's just not true. Every single thing that I have done to arrive here in this place was not me. After I quit my career, I gave them a month notice. I went to Bali and then I decided to live in Thailand for a while. I did nothing but scuba dive and sleep for 9 months. And it took me that long just to let my body rest from a decade of grinding. Before I quit my job, I really had always made money. So from the time I out the gate in college, I was making over 6 figures a year. The concept of not having money was not, it was actually pretty foreign to me. When I quit my job and I let all of my money go, it was the first time I had nothing. And there was something so liberating about it. I had to get scrappy and, a little bit more survival based and make choices, obviously. And, I couldn't do or have the things that I had when I had a lot of money. But there was something really freeing about just taking it off. There was a way that I had used money as armor and protection. And I felt softer, in a way. I just felt closer to the ground and all of that. That actually really, that scrappiness that I had sort of developed, I think that really helped me as the preparation to be an entrepreneur. I don't think that I could have become an entrepreneur if I hadn't developed that skill. And I think the only way that I could have developed that skill was to lose all my money.